A homeowner insurance crisis is taking place right now. How will this affect San Diego prices and your bank account? How is the real estate market looking nationally, and how do we compare based on CoreLogic's recent reports? All this covered here in this week's Market Matters. I'm Karl, your San Diego Realtor. Let's jump into it. State Farm announced they are pulling 72,000 home insurance policies in California due to high risk of wildfires. 72,000 sounds like a lot, and it is. For State Farm, it comes out to about 2% of their policies in California. So it's a lot, but it's not significant to their portfolio. And State Farm isn't the only insurer packing up and drawing out of California. Allstate, Farmers, the Hartford, and USAA all announced that they would be pausing issuing new policies throughout California. This has become a challenge for a lot of buyers throughout San Diego for two reasons. Number one, it's been challenging to find an insurance carrier to insure a lot of San Diego due to a lot of San Diego being a fire zone. And number two, some lenders underquote, not intentionally, the cost of insurance, and when buyers finally find a carrier, it ends up being more, and that puts stress on the affordability and the buyer's ability to still qualify for the home. Mortgage insurance is essential for two reasons. If you're getting a loan, it is required by the bank that you have homeowners insurance in case something happens to the home. They are not out the collateral to the money that they lended you. It also protects you, the homeowner, the same. If something happens to your home that could be financially devastating, insurance can come through and save the day. Now, it's said that the insurance pullback from California will impact our real estate market. If a buyer cannot get affordable insurance, then this could affect their ability to purchase. Beyond affecting a buyer's ability to purchase, a 2023 study in San Diego County specifically found that homes with an increased wildfire risk factor, their prices fell. For every 10 points increase in wildfire, home prices fell 1.3%. The example they used was that of a $910,000 median priced home. If its wildfire risk score went from 40 to 60, then that home's price would go from $910,000 down to $886,000, just like that. Now, it was proposed that with insurance policies being pulled, some homeowners may not be able to find an affordable replacement policy, and then they would have to sell. Personally, I think this would affect a very small portion of individuals. And to be honest, if someone's insurance went up a couple or a few $100s a month and they can no longer afford to keep their home, then they had bigger problems already in place. If it goes up $500, $600, $700 a month or more, then yeah, some people may have to sell, but it's likely that those affected by this will be homeowners who bought in the last couple years with elevated rates. So their costs are already higher than a homeowner with a 3 to 4% interest rate. And to be frank, if someone has a 3 to 4% interest rate, it's unlikely they would find something else with a payment less than what they're paying with their low interest rate and their lower loan balance. In theory, anything is possible, but we really won't know until later this year or sometime next year how this whole insurance thing is gonna shake down. And CoreLogic dropped their recent report and home price insights. With issues in affordability and high interest rate, you have to wonder who is winning in all of this. Well, homeowners are. From February 2023 to February of 2024, CoreLogic reported a 5.5 year-over-year national gain. And there is a 0.7% increase month over month, which by the way, is almost double the monthly increase recorded pre-pandemic. Obviously, these are higher in some areas and lower in others, but overall, those are the average nationally. And I'll show you shortly how San Diego fared independently. Homeowners are on the receiving end of all of the growth in property values, as well as the benefits of stabilized expenses, that being their monthly mortgage payment for the most part. CoreLogic is now forecasting that the rate of growth will adjust going forward. They're expecting a 0.4% month over month and a 3.1% year over year. So almost a 50% reduction in growth. Now they're basing this on rates being elevated and more inventory coming to market. Interestingly, we still don't know where this inventory is going to come from, especially with the lock-in effect being present. Where inventory is gonna come from is the billion-dollar question. If they think it's gonna come when the Feds lower rates, personally, I think a minimal rate drop will have a very little impact, especially here in San Diego. 78.7% of homeowners have a mortgage rate below 5%, and 59.4% of homeowners have a mortgage rate below 4%. It's hard to believe that with elevated prices, and if we're lucky enough to get the Feds to drop the rate 0.5% in the next year or so, that would be enough to pull these homeowners sub 5% interest rates out of hiding to sell. If anything, a drop in interest rates will only encourage more buyers to get into the market before the American dream of homeownership stays only a dream. Here we can see nationally how states have been performing. Now, this isn't a Republican-Democrat map, though the red and blue makes it seem that way. Anything in dark red are states that have experienced the highest year-over-year growth, and California is one of them. We can even get more detailed and see this map that shows San Diego at a 9.9% year-over-year growth, only second to Miami and LA not far behind us. So SoCal showing up strong on this map. And lastly, CoreLogic's Market Risk Indicator, MRI, predicted the towns with the highest risk of price decline, all of them with a 70% probability of price decline. And this is due to these areas having inventory that is exceeding levels pre-pandemic. Now, if you consider San Diego, our pre-pandemic inventory was sitting around 13,000, which was still pretty low and still made for a hot market. Fast forward, we're struggling to get and stay strongly above 3,000 homes. So we have a long way to go before we make it to this list of high-risk cities. So it seems. And that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're thinking of selling or buying here in San Diego, don't hesitate to reach out. As always, I'm Karl, your San Diego Realtor. I'll see you in the next video.